Hey everyone, this is a quick tutorial on how to update the ESCs shown in my Mountainboard video to either 7 cells or 6 cells. Let's start with 7 cells because it's extremely simple. You can see in this picture here there is an arrow pointing to a pair of solder jumpers. One is labeled 6S, one is labeled 7S. To make this a 7 cell ESC, all you have to do is jump the 7S solder jumper here. That's all there is to it. You got to do it on both boards, but just connecting those two little beads of solder with a soldering iron will give you a 7S board. Now the 6S board requires the same step, so you will have to solder the 6S solder beads here. Obviously leave the 7S alone if you're doing 6S. That's the first step. So the first step is on both boards to solder the 6S solder jumpers. The next step is a little trickier. If you see where the arrow is pointing on this picture, you'll see that underneath the main green circuit board there is a white circuit board, and right where this arrow is pointing you'll see a little black outline of silkscreen that says 24 volts. And what this is another jumper that's going to jump a solder pad to the end of a resistor, and bridging this solder gap will give you the second half of the 6 cell modification. That's really all there is to it. I don't have a super clear picture of this because I obviously took these pictures after it was installed on my board, but I have 2 videos that I'm going to follow up my little talk here with. The first video is me actually making this modification. It's a grainy video because it is super zoomed in, but you can see that all I'm doing is just making a bridge between the solder pad and the bottom half of that resistor that is all encompassed inside of the black silk screen that says 24 volt. The second video you're going to see is the video that I got from the manufacturer. I believe it came from a Chinese warehouse, so there is no talking, unfortunately, which would have been helpful, but you can kind of see what he's doing. He's using a soldering iron that's really big, but he's just soldering these 2 pads, the 6S and this 24 volt. And again, if you're doing the 7 cell modification, you do not need to do this 24 volt resistor jumper. You just have to do the 7 cell pad on the top. Alright, so check out these last 2 videos and good luck with your modifications. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Yeah.